Hello, it's Colette, and this is the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday, the 3rd of April 2017. And it's a good one, but it's a big one. So, welcome back to my channel if you're already subscribed, and if you're a new viewer, please subscribe and support my channel. You might just like it. Anyway, for the week ahead, we've got the Justice card, also sometimes called Karma. Now, this is the Rohrig Deck, my favourite deck, the one I connect with mostly. And as you can see, it's a very intense justice card. I adore it. Yes, justice is still blind, which means that really justice should be served with just the facts, but nothing else, nothing pushing us one way or the other. So there's always that. But what I love, you've always got the scales of justice on the justice card, but the justice keeper themselves, instead of having a sword, which is normal to the traditional decks, they actually have a Jedi weapon, a lightsaber, and I just think that's so cool. If you even look at the costume, they appear to be a Jedi. So, magnificent card. But what does it mean in general? Well, in the world in general this week, we could see that there's a lot of maybe legal things decided that can go on to affect the week in big terms. It could well be that there's things coming out of Trump presidency. It could well be that there's stuff happening with Brexit, etc. So it is a week where the focus is on the big things in the world to do with legalities and also fairness. There could be things going on that maybe are perceived not to be fair. And if they're not fair, then they have to be challenged. It's a wee bit about, this card, when it works well, is a symbol for democracy. It's a symbol for everything going well. But when it doesn't, then it's a time that reminds you that you have to challenge things when they're not fair. So the world needs to be fair, and it needs to be honest, and it needs to be precise this week ahead. For you as a person, if you can just remember to be fair in your dealings with people and support things that are fighting for fairness, then you'll not go wrong. And that's from the bigger things like, maybe supporting a petition that you believe in, to the smaller things like being fair to a neighbour and maybe standing up against a bully. All these things are part of the justice card. They're about fairness. They're about not accepting things that are inherently unfair. It's about balance. It's about having a balanced attitude to not only the world and everything round about you, but also yourself. And that's what can make it a very good health card as well. But in the bigger picture, just think fairness, balance, equality, and also karma, because some of the newer decks call this card karma, and it kind of means what comes around goes around. So just don't be a gossip this week, or the gossip will come back at you. Don't do anything that you would like to happen to you. So treat people the way you want treated, and the karma will balance out very nicely there. Indeed, if you were to make this a week of doing kind things and just doing things because you can out of kindness, and like maybe random kindnesses, then you're not doing it for the karma. But believe me, in this week, them upstairs will notice. It will bring some good karma. So let's look at the more direct areas of life. If we look at career, then yes, it's about a balanced attitude and it's about fairness. So anyone that has maybe any reviews going on, or have taken their company to a tribunal or whatever, this is a very good card for you this week, because it will help. It will help sort of push things along, and it might just bring to the attention of someone who's very, very fair. So that could have good meaning for people who, in career are looking for fairness. They're looking, if they're asking for a wage rise, they're doing it because it's fair. If they're asking to be treated in a certain way, because it's fair. And it's a good card for getting a good response to that. So a good career card, and if you've nothing legal going on, or you're not sort of searching for anything, just know that it will be a balanced week, and just to watch what you're doing so that you give the best of yourself, and then you should get the best back. If we look at health, it's very much about all the systems that need to be kept in balance. So that's a lot. The big thing is to keep your system in balance. If you've had a blowout at the weekend and you've been eating too much or whatever, bring it back into balance. Anything that needs balanced out, whether it's an addiction, whether it's a sense of feeling out of control or over anxious, all these things should pull themselves into balance this week. And if you want to give it a hand, then just think in everyday balance and moderation, and not pushing yourself too hard, but not being a lazy bones either. It's about somewhere in the middle. And remember that the karmic aspect is that what you put in is what you'll get back out, okay? If we look at love, it follows that there'll be quite a lot of legal documents being signed this week ahead. That could be marriages, marriage certificates, it could be people buying a home together, putting the banns up for a marriage. All these sort of things are governed by that, where relationships are concerned. And that's a good one, and it's very practical and it works well. And that's fine for people that are in relationships. It's a balanced time where you move forward, maybe with signing certain documents and connecting at a more practical level. If you're seeking a partner, this could be the week that you meet your soul connection. The karmic aspect of this card makes it a time where the universe wants to bring relationships into balance. Therefore, if you are a bit out of balance because you're yearning for your soul connection, you could find that the universe brings that connection. And just remember, a soul connection may not be what you think is your ideal. It might not be the type that you go for. Who cares? As long as you understand and connect and accept the connection, you'll be fine. And this works across genders, it works across ages, it works across whether you're one religion or another religion. The karmic aspect of relationships really doesn't care. If you want to think of it as a soulmate, then that soulmate could be in a body that you are not expecting. If you want tall, dark and handsome, you might get small, fat and freckly, but it doesn't matter, because the connection will be there. And the only negative karma is if you pull away from that because it doesn't quite suit you, okay? So really good card if you're wanting a partner in the week ahead. If we look at money, again, watch your legalities. It is a good time for signing contracts. It is a good time for, putting your signature to things that maybe are costing you financially. But always be careful. And again, this card can very simply say, why not get a lawyer to look at it first for you? It's as simple as that. If you are overwhelmed by legal documents or things that you're meant to be doing with money, things that you're paying back, things that you may be taking out, and you really don't understand what you're signing, then don't sign it and get some help with it, okay? It's as simple as that. Otherwise, things can come back and bite you in the bum further down the line. So, Major Arcana, the Justice card, Jedi Knight with his lightsaber or her lightsaber on there. A really, really good one. And we should feel it in our hearts. We should feel that need for balance, that need for harmony this week ahead. And in the world, hopefully we can project that out the way so that any unfairness in the world, any blame being put on people, that, it's about not saying that's to blame, that's to blame, that's to blame. It's about understanding that everything is about balance and being fair. So hopefully we'll maybe see some things happening in the world that strike us as being, well, that was fair. Or if it's not, then use this card to be, that isn't fair. So I am going to speak out about that, or I am going to make a difference in that, or I'm going to stand up to that bully. That's the way this card works. So what's your own personal karma in the week ahead, and make sure you do what your heart is telling you to do, because if you are drawn to speak out about an unfairness, if you're drawn to karmic love, and you don't respond, then that's when this card becomes a bit negative. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this weekly tarot card. I'll be back next week with another one, and many treats this week. I've also got a free book for you as a thank you for my channel. So if you're new to the channel, well, no, it's that way. Subscribe to my channel. There's my face in a wee sort of button up there. If you press on that, it will take you to subscribe. And I hope you'll join me for more spiritual things, a wee bit of fun sometimes as well. In fact, I think we need a wee bit more fun. Why not leave me some questions that you would like answered? I mean, I've got a book full at the moment, but even lighter ones that would make me, that wouldn't take so long, wouldn't take a full video. And once I gather enough, I'll do a video. So it can be about myself, it can be about my spirituality, it can be anything to do with spirituality or anything you like. So if you want to find out more about myself and about my path, or even what my favourite band is or whatever, leave a few questions and I'll gather them. And one time when I can take a deep breath and say, right, okay, I'm going to do this, I will. Because the channel is going so well and I'm enjoying it. But we're doing a lot of serious stuff, like soul journey stuff. We're doing mediumship. I'd like some fun questions occasionally. Not that spirituality isn't fun, but you know what I mean. Let's have a kind of more get to know us all, and that would be good. So any questions that turn up in the next few videos, or even in my Facebook page, which is Colette Clairvoyant or Colette Brown, yeah, we'll see what we get there, and maybe make a wee video, and I'll give a call out to the people who have got the questions in. So enjoy the karma card, the justice card, and let's see where we go further down the line. Many blessings and thank you for watching. Bye now.